Morning. Let's begin. We all know that what is a cell? A cell is a structural and functional unit of life. Let me explain it with an example how it is. See a house. House has many rooms and many walls. We used to construct it, and each wall has a bricks. That is, a brick is a single unit for this house. Likewise, only our body has several organs. And you can see here, but all organs are made up of million of cells. Thus, it is a basic unit for all living organisms. After this, I understood it that you can answer the question, why is the cell called the structural and functional unit of life? The answer will be, the cell is called the structural and functional unit of the life as all living organisms are made up of cells. It is essential for performing various life processes like respiration, excretion, reproduction, etc. required for sustaining life. So, here you can answer this question. In 1665, Robert Hooke discovered a little compartment like a structure resembling honeycomb in a cork through a self-designed microscope. What is a cork? A cork is a substance which comes from bark of a tree. Now, Robert Hooke called these boxes as cell. Cell is a Latin word for little room. It was a great discovery made by him. We still use the term cell in biology. Now, discovery of cell. Let's see the history. In 1665, Robert Hooke discovered the cells in the cork slice. In 1674, Leeuwenhoek discovered free living cells, that is bacteria, protozoa, etc. in pond water. And 1831, Robert Brown discovered nucleus in the cell. In 1839, term protoplasm was coined by Purkinje for the fluid substance of the cell. 1838 and 39, in the both Selden and Swan presented a cell theory. The cell theory proposed that all the plants and animals are composed of cells and the cell is a basic unit of life. Again in 1855, Rudolf Virchow expanded the cell theory and suggested that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. The invention of magnifying lenses led to the discovery of the microscopic world. It is now known that a single cell may constitute the whole organism. Thus, on the basis of number of cells, organisms are categorized as unicellular or multicellular. What are unicellular? An organism made up of single cell are called unicellular organisms. In this, all life processes are performed by a single cell only, like digestion, reproduction, excretion, everything. Example, amoeba, chlamydomonas, paramecium and bacteria. All these are unicellular. Second is multicellular organisms. The organisms made up of number of cells are called multicellular organisms. In this, cells are specialized to perform different functions of the body. Example is fungi, plants and animals. Shapes and sizes of cells. Shape and size of the cells are related to the specific functions they perform. Some cells change their shape like amoeba and white blood cells, while most of the plant and animal cells have almost fixed shapes. It can be polygonal, example liver cells, spherical, example ovum cells, elliptical, example fat cells, spindle shaped, example smooth muscle cells, cuboidal, example germ cells, and stellate, example bone cells, and knobbed thread like structure also, even example sperm. There are certain examples I am going to show you that you should know. The smallest cell is PPLO, pleuropneumonia like organisms. Largest cell is ostrich egg. Longest animal cell, nerve cell is the longest animal cell. So you must know all these things. It is good to know these things. Now you can answer the questions from your book. Who discovered cells and how? Why is the cell called the structural and functional unit of life? So do it. What is a cell made up of? A typical cell has three parts: plasma membrane or a cell membrane. Second is the nucleus, and the third is cytoplasm. You can see plasma membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus in this diagram. All the activities inside the cell and interactions of the cell with its environment are possible due to these features only. Do these questions, and in the next video we will do plasma membrane, cell wall and nucleus. Thank you, students.